Man, let's see what happens with this. Necessity is the mother of invention, right? And no one knows who the father was because this is the kind of guy he is. Father of invention. You never see him. This is about drawing. So, one of the first things you got to know when you start to draw is making lines. When you're a kid, you're impressed that you can make a line on the paper. You can't do very much. You make little squiggly things and do screwy stuff. Then you think, oh, there's eyeballs and a mouth and arms and legs, and then here's another guy over here, and he's shooting this other guy. And you're like, this isn't about art, this is about communication. You're telling a story. That's the first thing you want to do, is tell a story with I've got kids, that's what they all do. You look at their picture and they're drawing the crap out of the placemat in the restaurant, and you're like, holy, what's going on there? What is that about? And then they have a whole dang story to tell you. This guy's doing this, and this guy's doing that, and this person's over here, and this is the center of the universe, and everything is going toward it because that's the way gravity's pulling everything back into the singularity. At some point, we start to care about how this looks. I don't know where this started, and I'm not sure how important it is, but we started to care. And I happen to care a lot. I'm an artist, and I work for crap loads of people who care about what this looks like. So, I'm going to tell you about what I do for people who care, and for myself because I care. All right, so let's, what do you do when you draw? You're making lines. Why do we make lines like this? Well, because your body is controlling the pencil. A straight line is incredibly difficult to make. There, I did it. That's because I've trained the crap out of my body to draw anything, even a straight line. But that is tons harder than drawing the arc. Okay? I'm going to call it an arc. My drawing teacher, Jim McMullen, called it a trajectory curve because he thought it was a lot like throwing a baseball. And when you throw a baseball, the baseball, takes a trip across, in an arc. It starts going up and it starts coming down. You're not going to get it. Even a pitcher's throw has an arc. He's throwing 103 miles an hour, and it's still going to curve like that. So, the importance of this is that, very little in nature, other than what we humans make, is exactly straight, and especially not the human form or any other kind of living thing. Straight lines are incredibly rare, and it's important for you to know as you're drawing that you can you internalize the experience of your subject. Okay, so you're communicating an idea just like you were when you were a kid. If you're communicating a figure running, you're going to have. I'm starting with the head. Don't often start with the head. I just feel like it today. But, I'm just going to do a little side view of a dude running just out of my head. You got his chest out. You got his legs like that. What you're doing is communicating energy. Energy. Just flowing through this form. Okay? That's what we want to get. We can chip away at the shape. The leg is like that, has a knee, goes out like that, and has a calf muscle. But that doesn't have energy to it. That's my timer. Means I'm out of time. I'm only giving myself 5 minutes for this. So we're starting off with lines, okay? Make some lines. Just like you throw a baseball. You can do this, okay? Anybody can make a damn line. Just like you throw a baseball. You know, you have your follow through, just like in baseball. Start with a wind up and the pitch, and your line keeps going. It keeps going. The actual line is only a very short portion of the stroke. Okay, it's only a little picture of it. I want to stop there today because there's plenty more to go through. You work on those lines. Work on getting comfortable making those lines. All right? It's gonna be important later on. But let's start with that. You start with the basics, move on from there. All right, we'll see you guys soon.